What's up, guys? Welcome to Brand's Hockey Network, our Brand's Hockey channel on TikTok and on YouTube. And make sure to do every other platform at Brent underscore NHL ATW on Twitter, Brent's Hockey Channel on Facebook, Brent's Hockey Channel on TikTok, Brent's NHL base mode underscore 777 on Twitch as well. Well, let's get into it. So today, I have missed multiple days. It's okay. Things get tied up, and you have to go deal with them as accordingly. Sometimes you get extra busy, and sometimes there's not enough time to do extra things like content. Today we're going through today's scores and tomorrow's what I think is going to happen if you're in the betting side of things. I am not, but I like to predict and sometimes, see if I get things right, like on the betting side, in the over or the under. Today in the NBA, game 4 was today, and Dallas had beaten Boston 122-84. It looked like Boston was going to roll over Dallas, but Dallas said, I want to make it a game, and put Boston on their butt, per se, and blew them out. That was not good for them. In the MLB, we had Chicago Cubs versus the St. Louis Cardinals. The St. Louis Cardinals won 3-0. The Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox. Yankees won that one 8-1. Disappointed about that result, being a Boston Red Sox fan. Not great. Philadelphia had beat Baltimore 5-3. Cleveland beat Toronto 3-1. The Mets beat San Diego 2-1. The Braves beat Tampa Bay 7-3. Cincinnati beat Milwaukee 6-5. Houston beat Detroit 4-0. And LA beat Kansas City 4-3. And Seattle beat Texas 3-2. Now, in the NCAA baseball side of things, walk for intentional. Seemed to be intentional. Walk. UNC to beat Virginia 3-2, thanks to Vance Honeycutt. And as well as Tennessee stealing one from Florida State 12-11. Had a pitching game there. WNBA, we had Washington beat Chicago 83-81. Yeah. And Minnesota beat LA 81-76. In the MLS, Columbus beat New York City 3-2. and in the NWSH for the National Women's Soccer League, Chicago beat Kansas City 3 to them 2-2. Now, let's go into tomorrow. No NBA games. There is Florida versus Edmonton at 8 o'clock. The over-under for these games are Edmonton is minus 120. Yeah. And no, Florida is minus 275, and Edmonton is plus 200 to win the game. I think that down 3-0, Edmonton is going to pull the Dallas in this situation and get out from being 3-0 down to being only 3-1 down. Top soccer leagues. Nothing there. MLB. For tomorrow at 2:10, it is Oakland versus Minnesota. I'm gonna give that one to Minnesota. Your betting odds there is minus 120 to minus 200 to plus 170. Chicago versus St. Louis. I'm gonna take Chicago on that one. Cleveland to Toronto. I'm gonna say at 3:07. I'm gonna say that Toronto will come back and win the second game there. And LA Angels versus San Francisco at 4:05. I'm gonna go with San Francisco. Miami versus Washington, and the two teams who are bottom of the NL East. I'm gonna give the power to Washington, because they are the hotter team out of two. Philadelphia, Baltimore at 4:05. I'm gonna say Baltimore. Gonna get that one. At 4:10, Cincinnati versus Milwaukee. I don't bet against Milwaukee to win nothing. Record's kind of mid, 40-29 usually in the MLB. Yeah, not good. At 4:10, Detroit versus Houston. I'm going to say Detroit gets the second game there. San Diego versus the Mets, New York. I'm going to say San Diego gets that one in the comeback win. Detroit versus Houston at 4:10. I'm going to... No. Atlanta versus Tampa Bay, because we already went over Detroit and Houston and San Diego and the Mets. I'm gonna say Tampa Bay is gonna come back. even though it's like New York Yankees versus Boston. I obviously want Boston to win, but I would not go against it. They lose, knowing that they lost today 8-1. But pitchers can change, and things and lineups could change as well. Texas versus Seattle at 7:15. I'm gonna go Texas to win this one. Yeah, former winners of the MLB. Uh, take them to win this one. At 9:10, we got Kansas City versus the Dodgers. I'm gonna go Dodgers. 9:10, Pittsburgh versus Colorado. I'm gonna go Colorado. And the Chicago White Sox get the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm gonna go, obviously, with the runner-up. Arizona Diamondbacks. Next, softball is done. Baseball tomorrow. Kentucky has NC State. Game 1 at 2 o'clock. I don't feel too confident that NC State will beat Kentucky, but this is like the hardest thing to bet on for NCAA baseball bettors or anything. Because you never know, because it's baseball. Anything will and can happen. I'm gonna say Kentucky gets game 1 though. Texas A&M versus Florida at 7. These are all Eastern time, by the way. I should announce that before saying anything, but I don't. Because I just read it and be like, it's kind of like word vomit. And then you forget, oh, there's times there, and oh, they might be on the West Coast. Or in the middle of the country, or in another country. So it's like, oh, I forgot to say, I live in the East Coast. So these are all East Coast times. Texas A&M versus Florida. I'm gonna take Texas A&M to win their first game. Easy set, easy done. I think Texas A&M deserves it to win the World Series based on what happened. WNBA for tomorrow. Connecticut has Dallas at 1 p.m. 11-1 and 3-8. I'm gonna take Connecticut on that one. And at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got New York versus Las Vegas. New York is 11-2, and Las Vegas is 6-5. I'm gonna say, let's say Las Vegas wins that one. I'm gonna go against the grain and say that they will win that one. Whoops. MLS. Okay, MLS tomorrow. We got Charlotte versus DC. If I had to choose one, I'm obviously gonna go Charlotte. 7:30 as well. We got Montreal and Real Salt Lake. I'm gonna go Montreal. 7:30 EST as well. Chicago versus Toronto. Toronto has been on a hot streak. Go Toronto. Atlanta, Houston at 7:30. I'm gonna go and say Atlanta. At 7:30, New England versus Vancouver. I'm gonna go New England. At 7:30, New York versus Nashville. I'm gonna go Nashville. At 7:30 Eastern, Orlando versus Los Angeles FC. I'm gonna go Los Angeles. At 7:30, Philadelphia versus Miami. I'm gonna go Miami. kind of obvious. I would go there. At 8:30, St. Louis versus Dallas. I'm gonna go kind of against the grain here and say St. Louis. At 9:30, as we have Austin versus Colorado. I'm gonna go Austin. At 10:30, we have Kansas City versus LA. I'm gonna go LA. At 10:30, we have Cincinnati versus San Jose. I'm gonna go Cincinnati. And 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, Minnesota versus Seattle. I will go Seattle on that one. I'm not confident, but I will go Seattle. In the women's, we have 4 games. We have at 12 Eastern, Louisville versus New Jersey. I'm going to go Louisville. At 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, we got Washington versus San Diego. I'm going to go San Diego. 7:30 North Carolina versus Orlando. I want to say North Carolina because bias reasons. 9:30 is LA versus Houston. I'm gonna say LA. This is Brent's Hockey Network, the YouTube channel, and this will also be going on TikTok at Brent's Hockey Channel. Go follow me on there, and I will be posting this up on different social media platforms as well. I hope you have a nice day. If you bet within reason. Don't bet because I said so. Don't bet because I like seeing people get, like, wins out of it myself. Don't bet just to bet. You'll lose a lot of money doing that. And that is not a thing that people love doing. Costs a lot of money to bet things sometimes. And because I say I encourage it because it's fun doesn't mean you should go out and do it yourself because you don't know, the repercussions of your actions of betting. Because people like to bet too much and then they lose it all and then they go into a negative situation with their money while betting, and that's not something you want usually. So if you like to enjoy it, leave a like. If you liked it, leave a follow as well. Leave a like on TikTok. Leave a follow on TikTok. Follow my Twitch. Follow my Twitter. I like to retweet a lot of stuff there. See what's going on. As well as subscribe on YouTube. Leave a like. Click that notification bell as well as in TikTok as well. Click that notification bell so you can see everything that I post. I don't want to come off as a negative person when I was talking about the betting stuff, but sometimes it gets a little overhanded. And people like to go over. I was just saying, if you're gonna do that, don't go overboard. Don't get silly. Just keep it at a minimum. Bet a couple games, and then see if you get money back. If this is your first time, don't go overboard, or you won't like it. But I'm here to talk sports, and if you like that, thank you, and leave a comment on every platform. Make sure you do everything that I want you to. Behave yourselves in the comments. Behave yourselves. And hopefully, tomorrow is a good day in sports. And hopefully I'm right on most of these. Hopefully I'm not wrong. I hate being wrong. Gosh, being wrong sucks so much. But I'm trying to keep it cool, with the, I'll be honest in my reactions, say something that is funny, but keeps the audience hooked and want to see me again in future videos. And I'll see you again later.